on how. So let me get right into it just to show you some of the great tools and power of it. It's a digital canvas that allows players to create their own experiences and share them with the world. So let me get into our editor. So what you're seeing here too is the game is not installed on this tablet surface. It's being rendered here and pushed to over the internet, and I can access it there. So I can come here. So here's my canvas. Tools like nature brush, a paintbrush, a sculpting brush with a bunch of different ways to use it, and a selection. Here, all you do is press the trigger and it pulls it up. You can manipulate the terrain very easily. Erase it or make it a little bigger. And just keep going. Or I can go here. However I want. It's just simple. And again, it's not even on here, it's just run. So I can come up here and touch the paint. And these are my paint bars. So different materials. I can just go over and select any one I want, hit it, and then I paint it. And if you notice, it starts to paint the walls different. It knows, so we call them smart materials. It knows where you're at, the environment, what's the best for that environment. And again, I can do the same thing here. Whatever input you like, if you want to use mouse and keyboard, you can do that as well. So you want to plug that in. Other materials, I can simply select, paint right here, and add them there. Or with this, do the same thing. Some of the other ones, so all these other tools, I can go in, I can add new, I can make it rough or smooth, here's the plateau, and the other side is the tunnel side. So I can come over here and just get a tunnel right here. And you notice the material knows it's the underside, so it's going to create some vegetation for it. So let's see. I'll add that, and at any moment I can start and test, and I can be in that world that I've just created and test around. I know. So let me exit out of here. Actually, I'll show you a couple other things that are pretty impressive about our tool system. So this is a nature brush. So what this does is it'll add with in a simple brush. It'll take everything in this section, all these different materials, and add a little light to it. Add trees. Now, if I can make it bigger, it'll add more things. I can make it really big. And if I want a big dense forest, I can do that. Or I can switch to a different side and add ice and glaciers. So this whole ice thing. On this side, come over here and pass a desert. So again, it's simple. See, I go over here, or a river brush. I'm sure you can probably gather what that does. But I can put a river all the way through. And then anytime, if you didn't like that, just rewind it. I can go back to my entire redo it. Or maybe a little bit all the way through. It's so simple. And what you notice too, when you come in here, what it's doing is it's adding the texture, the bright texture, and the posted place. As you see some vegetation, maybe some fish in the water. It'll add life to the experience. So one of the great things about the game too is, outside of the editor, how easy it is our brain. So you can come into any object and press it, you'll see its brain, see how it works. So this one, you have a condition side and then an action. When you do. So when A button pressed, do jump. When X pressed, or left mouse button, attack. And all this is customizable. You can change. Yeah, you can make your own game. And you can go in and tinker and change this. Or if you say, you know what, I don't want to tinker, I can say, I'm just going to go to a brain gallery and pick something else. I'm going to pick up first person shooter. And now that brain is here. It's display crosshair in the center. And I hit
That's more simple, but than Unity.
Yeah.
I work on Unity.
Oh, do you? That's it. I got my Arctic glacier up there. I got a, tracer around.
Your own software. You have created your
Yes, it's our own software. Let me show you a couple other things too. Some of the things that's great about this. see the brain. So you can take any object in our world and add brains to it. So I can go here. I can take even like our houses. All these houses, you can put them inside the terrain, and that's okay. And it's made so you can scale, to rotate. You can even put them inside each other.
An adaptation
Exactly. You can put them inside each other. They're designed to be multiple, and I can even go here and like, let me see. Scale it down. You can put it up here. So now it's like a 2-story house. So I got that. Let me see what else I can add. I can add a rock. Let me see. Add the rock. Let me see. Take that. You can add life to it. You see some goblins. Now, so when I take these guys, I can change them. Things have life in them already that you would expect. So like, oh, look, I'm still in first person mode. So he came at me because he's a goblin. This rock doesn't have anything. Those houses, they have chimneys that are working, so it's just instant life. But you can go in and change anything you want. So I'm gonna go back to a follow camera so it's easier to see so first person. So let me go into here to his brain. And I'm gonna go back to the gallery and just do third person, see if we're all learning. Okay. So this guy, he has no brain. The only two is a rock, but I can add whatever I want. So like when I say I can do a sensor, there's a lot of options here. I can say when he's going to move or when a button's pressed. So I can say when he sees or when I bump into him or when he detects. I can say when he detects the player. He can move. If he will move, I can say move toward. So when I bust him, he's going to move toward. And so I hit here, the test. What do you want to get on this? So now he's just going to move toward me because he's around. He detects me. So it's instant. I just added life to that object. I can come back in and just change that if I wanted to. So I can go in here. I can say this guy. I'm going to edit him. I don't even want to go into his brain. That's my just change his properties. I can come in and say his physics are tumbling, so now he'll roll. And let me see. So now he's rolling. It's my little pet rock. It's following me now. But you can add anything to anything, which is great. Or you can just add at any time, and that's the beauty of it. It's in and out. You can test it. You can make your land bridges how you want. You can go and test it. And if you want to change your mind, okay, I'm going to change that, and I'm going to make that object a. You can change it to whatever you want. I'm going to make it a. I can make it a squirrel. And now it's a squirrel. And now that same brain is on that squirrel. Yeah. So now I've got my squirrel pet. So the great thing about it is you can make your own game and then you share them. As soon as you share it, anybody with the Windows 8 device, an Xbox One or Xbox 360 can play it right away, and then they can start rating it.
You can play with other.
Yep, there's definitely multiplayer. Or
on your own map,
yeah, on your own, and then rate it up, so it's better. Or you can go play something else somebody else made. These are all other things people made. Like somebody made this where the same tools that I showed you about creating land, he added them to a character with that same logic. When right trigger pressed, create terrain.
Okay.
So he made his own editor within the game. So you hold the right trigger and run around.
Okay.
And then you press Y to go up, X to go down. And you just, so you can make your own map. You can take this and change it and add quests to it or whatever and then reshare it. You want to try it out?
Oh, yeah.
So the right trigger, hold the right trigger, and run around.
question.
Yeah.
We can use Kinect vocal command.
Yep.
Yeah.
For creation tools.
Voice command. Yeah.
For yes. The only thing we're
For editing and playing.
Make me a river, make me.
For right now, it's for creation.
Okay.
Actually, if you look over here, so you can jump and hit the right trigger. You can have a perfect platform. And we were joking, like, so if you hit jump and trigger, you'll know you'll always get the right jump height.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I told you, but it is free to play, so it's free. Okay. So yeah, so you'll be able to get it. We'll have a suite of props and objects that you can already use, and then as more content comes available, you can add. There'll be transactions to allow you to use whatever content you want. You can actually run right into a wall. Can you try that? Run right straight ahead. So what do you think?
It's cool. Really cool.
Well, if you join right here, oh, you got one? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely look forward, and we're going to be announcing when our beta is.
Okay.
And so you can join that.
Yeah.